Hello and welcome, my dear friend. Some days are made by man, and some, they were set before time began. July 31st is one of those days. This isn't just a date, it's a spiritual checkpoint, a divine timestamp. Something has been circling you, something that's been stirring underneath the surface. You've felt it in the small ways, the sleepless nights, the emotional intensity, the conversations that left you unexpectedly drained or stirred. It's not just stress, it's spiritual proximity. When God is about to confirm something He's been building silently in your life, your soul starts whispering before your eyes can see it. That's why July 31st matters. Because for the ones who are aligned, for the ones who have been feeling this invisible weight without language, this date isn't just another day on the calendar, it's a divine activation point. And you may not be able to explain it clearly to others. You may have tried to describe that odd sense that something is coming, that anticipation you can't shake, that unprovoked grief or joy that hits you like waves. But most people don't understand frequency shifts. They only understand physical facts. So you bit your tongue when you wanted to scream. You gave your best, even when no one noticed you were running on fumes, not to be noticed or approved, just because it had to get done. But here's what you need to hear. You are not making it up, even if there's a good chance the people around you don't get it. You are spiritually sensitive, and what you've been sensing is about to touch down in the natural. Here's the truth. Some of the most significant days in your life won't look like much from the outside. They'll look normal. They'll feel quiet. But inside your spirit knows it's different. July 31st is that kind of day. A split-second shift, a quiet, divine interruption, a date that delivers confirmation not through lightning bolt, but through divine precision. And for some of you, the sign will be subtle. A delayed prayer finally answered. A closed door finally explained. A person unexpectedly removed or divinely reintroduced. Not because you forced it. The opposite, because you finally stopped forcing. Because you finally said, God, I don't get it, but I'm not going to try to run the show anymore. That's when things start to move. You see, this confirmation on July 31st won't be a reward for your hustle. It will be a response to your absolute surrender. The moment you laid it down and said, I've done what I can, now you move, and He will. But listen closely, don't approach this day distracted. Don't dismiss the subtle. Some signs won't shout, they'll whisper. So stay alert and notice. A verse that jumps off the page, a phone call that brings peace, a door that doesn't open, and for once, you feel relieved. That's confirmation too. Confirmation isn't always about getting more. It's about finally understanding what's been here the whole time. And maybe this last month has been heavy. You've been wondering why your emotions have been swinging, why your peace has been shaking, why you've been craving solitude more than usual. That's because your spirit's been preparing for this window, this energetic doorway, this date that's not just for a miracle, but for a message. God is about to confirm what your spirit already knows, that the season has shifted, that the hard part wasn't for nothing, that your pain isn't just ending, it's being redeemed. But listen to me, dear. You have to participate in it by being present. Let go of yesterdays and tomorrows and be there fully. And here's the best part. This isn't just about you. Because when God confirms something to you, it's not just a personal blessing. It's a public setup for something bigger. Your peace will ripple. Your obedience will bless others. Your alignment will unlock rooms for people you haven't even met yet. And even if these don't sound like blessings at first, trust me, you'll recognize them as blessings once you allow yourself to flow with them. So don't underestimate the power of July 31st. It might look like an ordinary day, but spiritually, it's loaded. What do you do now? Stay open, watch how you speak. don't cancel what God is trying to confirm with your doubt. He's not forcing things, he enters where there's room for him. So be still enough to notice. You don't need to predict exactly what will happen. You just need to be ready to perceive it when it does. And when it lands, you'll know. Because it'll feel like the moment the pressure lifts off your chest, and the next breath finally feels like yours again. Let me say this. Some days are written in ink so invisible, only your soul can read them until it's time. And for many of you, July 31st is one of those days. You didn't arrive here on accident. You were pulled, nudged, even shoved by life's strange momentum until something cracked open. That crack, that breaking point, that's where light gets in. And on this day, that light isn't just revelation, it's recognition. You're about to recognize yourself again. The version of you that knew things before anyone else confirmed them. The version that dared to believe something was being built in silence. Not because you had proof, but because you had presence. This isn't the day everything changes in front of your eyes. It's the day everything that has already changed inside of you finally shows up around you. And here's what that might look like. Someone will offer clarity without even knowing you needed it. Something that used to weigh you down will suddenly lose its grip. You'll walk away from a situation that's drained you for years without guilt. Or maybe the confirmation will be even simpler. You'll wake up, and for the first time in months, your mind won't race. You'll go outside and feel peace without needing a reason. You'll laugh, and it won't feel forced. That's confirmation too. Don't overlook it just because it didn't come with thunder. You've already been living in the miracle. July 31st is just the day your spirit gets the memo. And maybe you've been asking, but why this day? Why not a Sunday? Why not a new year? Why not when everything feels shiny and exciting? Because that's not how divine timing works. God doesn't wait for perfect conditions. He moves when you're ready to recognize what's already shifted. This is that recognition, like when a seed finally breaks ground, not because the weather changed, but because it was time. So don't expect this to be flashy. Expect it to be felt. Expect it to land in your body before it makes sense in your mind. That tug in your chest when someone says just the right thing. That knowing when you walk into a room and everything feels clearer. That moment of tears, for no reason you can explain, except that you feel safe again. Because this isn't just a spiritual checkpoint. It's a divine permission slip. To finally stop pretending you're still lost. To stop shrinking your wisdom because others haven't caught up. To stop asking for signs when you've been the sign this whole time. You've lived through the storm. Now let yourself dry off. You've learned the hard lessons. Now let the healing land. And I know some of you might still feel foggy. You're wondering, how do I prepare for a day I can't predict? Here's how. You don't chase it. You make space for it. That means not filling every hour with distraction. That means saying no, even to good things, so you can stay tuned to what's unfolding. That means being willing to be quiet enough to hear the small, sacred nudges. Because the message won't shout. It will land like breath, like clarity, like the final piece sliding into place without friction. But make no mistake. What confirms on July 31st won't be small. Even if it looks small, it will ripple. It will unlock something you've been circling for years. The kind of knowing that makes your past make sense and your future feel safe again. Because God doesn't just confirm for comfort. He confirms to prepare you for movement. So don't be surprised if a new door opens immediately after this, or if something you've been tolerating suddenly feels unbearable. Don't resist that shift. Some of you are about to be relocated, not just physically, but spiritually, emotionally, relationally. And this date, it's the marker. Like spiritual coordinates, realigning your internal compass to say, It's time. Time to release that version of you who begged for crumbs. Time to stop keeping peace by sacrificing your own. Time to believe, really believe, that your surrender didn't go unnoticed. Because it didn't. You weren't waiting for a reward. You were being readied. And now, the page turns. The old questions fall quiet, and a new assignment begins. One anchored in clarity. One not rooted in proving your worth, but living from it. So be there, not perfect, not ready, just willing. And if you feel the shift on that day, whether in your body, your spirit, or your circumstances, pause. Say thank you. Not because everything makes sense, but because you do. And that's what this day is about. The full circle moment where your spirit and your story finally shake hands, because this isn't just July 31st. It's the day you see clearly what God has been whispering all along, if you've been quiet enough to hear it. Just remember, you're right on time, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If this message resonated, please like, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to stay connected. Continue your awakening journey by choosing one of the videos on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.